checkmate. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, so I mean, checkmate hardpoint, it's definitely always an interesting one. Some teams will very heavily outslay the others on that, and it will just be absolute bloats. And then sometimes you'll get checkmate hardpoint, and it will be just an absolute bloodbath, and you'll just have a super tight game. It really just comes down to both teams playing their rotations properly. You really need to be able to make sure you always have top playing control. Need to make sure you're always rotating early to the proper hills, basically like most hardpoint maps, but in this hardpoint map especially, it's all about that top plane control.
Oh, 100%. I mean, we just saw literally earlier. I mean, SIUE absolutely wiped the floor of Madison Esports. It was a 100-point club, definitely deserving to SIU. I mean, you look at the presence that they had, and it was what I described as the Illy Hook setup, where you literally had the two SMGs on their team, spreading themselves thin, winning their individual gunfights, and taking dominance over the other team. Like, there's nothing more to say other than that was domination of a hardpoint matchup when it did come to checkmate. But we are going to be moving on to raid, search, and destroy for our second matchup. Following that will be control on checkmate once again, and Moscow hardpoint and Miami search to close it out if we go the distance. Let's talk about that raid, search, and destroy cruise. What do you want to see there?
I definitely want to see Concordia come out with a little bit better of a raid search and destroy. Because if I'm being honest, I feel like that's probably one of their better chances of winning a map coming into this one. It's looking like Illinois Blue is currently sitting at 4-0 in checkmate hardpoint. So we know they're going to be really good at this mode. So you really got to look for Concordia University of Wisconsin to take that search and destroy.
And here we go. We're hopping in, flying in to the armories of checkmate. As I said prior to this, in our first matchup of the day, point two spawns are what you're going to be looking at in this chaotic first hard point. Here's to see at who starts off where, because you know Illini Blue, the Titans, that they are in the absolute confidence that they hold on top of them. I mean, they played SIUE earlier. They wiped the floor with them on hard points. So let's see what CUW can bring up against them. Right off the bat, you'll already see CUW with the foot on contesting this hard point, but Capo and Meathead going at it is a toss-up for CUW to get the initial time. Siri losing out on the spawns for point two, and Illini Blue a solid start.
Yeah, Invictus right off the start decides to push down, try to get those P2 spawns. And I mean, it's exactly what you want to do on this hill. And now they're going to look to continue to just hold on to that side of the map. They're going to get a little bit of a split spawn here, set in a pinch on this P1 hill, and they're going to just try to jump on in, get as much time as they can here, as well as just continue to hold on to the time going over towards P2. And it looks like they're going to be able to have their early setup there.
Definitely, you were looking for a lot of time if you were Concordia off that first hard point. And honestly, splitting even isn't too bad. The unfortunate part is that Illini, they're here to hold the front line of point two, and you already have Invictus slaying out on the off angles with Kuki helping out as well. You can't even get close to the point if you're Concordia. You still got 46 seconds and a dominant hold for Illini so far.
Yeah, it looks like CUW can't even get past the 50% mark on the map right now as they continue to just drop. They're finally going to pick up two, make that 3 kills as they look to break on in. One of the players on Illinois Blue going to spawn out, so it's just going to be up to player number 1 now. It's Invictus in the back of the map, and he's actually going to be able to win the gunfight, so going to continue to rack up some more time for Illinois Blue here as they continue to look towards building a bigger lead here.
Actually did look like Mutify spawned out a little bit, so he was able to get a little bit of presence towards the plane, and that forced CUW even farther back. Now looking for point number 3, another chaotic hard point. Sub point 1 split even, Cruz. What are they going to look like here? So we got 2 seconds left on 2. We're looking at 3 now. Meathead's going to open up with the first. Capo goes down. Concordia with 2, but banging on the doors. Illini. Brilliant start from Concordia. Illini Blue, we know what they have. We know what they have to offer, and they're going to pull this back. How long can Concordia hold on?
Yeah, Meathead was in a really good spot to start off this P3 hill, but it was just came down to Mutify pushing on in, got back up top, and was really able to just take control of those top spawns and hold on to the top of this plane for now. So it's just going to lead to more time going towards the side of Illinois Blue here, and they are just absolutely wrecking right now. You know, honestly, they've controlled the early pace of this game just about as well as you would want to on any checkpoint hardpoint. You're seeing why they're 4-0 right now.
You see they're forcing gunfights here in their own favor. Definitely tempo to Illini earlier, and they're holding on to this with full reins. Now Capo getting away with his life. His teammates are going to come with the backup. The Cavalry's in turn and point forward. We're looking at Illini early. Capo on the front line. He's going to have a player on his left that's Cruzy, and he's going to take this gunfight. Siri the closest. The pinch coming in from Concordia. They get that break. They take the point. They got 25 seconds on their time break. What can they get off this point for?
This looks like their best chance so far to pick up a lot of time. They've rotated early. They've won their gunfights on rotation this time, so it's not really going to be 50-50 spawns coming in. Already going to get 20 seconds on this hill, so this has been their best hill that they've done so far, but Kuki's going to hop on into the hill now, and he's just going to await the members of CUW to come off spawn from that yellow side, and they're just going to continue to rain down fire here, and it looks right now like Illinois Blues just really just going to keep controlling these spawns. Beautify once again in the middle of the map, able to pick up another kill, and he's just running wild with it right now. As CUW, they need to pick up these last 18 seconds of scrap, but if you look down towards that bottom left side of the mini map, it's already going to be Illinois Blue set up going towards that P5 hill.
And you do see number 3, Mutify, a player that's been flanking nonstop, is going to have that cross angle, but slowly they're turning back to point number 5. And as the rotation flips, this last hard point, early time to Illini, and playing control of Capo, he is going to shut down this attack before it even happens. Brilliant 3K, and back to point 2 goes CUW.
Yeah, he was getting pretty close to streaks too, so good for CUW to shut him down there. They definitely needed to do that. And it's just looking like Illini is just going to be able to hold on to a lot of time here off the rip. Already the first 20 seconds going their way. They have the hold that they want to. And this hill is one of the hardest hills to break if you don't have the top plane control. And that's what Capo's got right now. Nobody can push on through because they can't get past him in the plane. And it's so tough when you don't have this top Illini. And like Shift says, he likes to break hard points down into sections of 20. They've already gotten the first 2, and they're going to get the scrap as well. So a full 60 hold coming in from Illini, and that's just going to build their lead to over 100 points at the end of this first rotation.
A dominant first rotation to Illini at that. Now let's take a look back at this new setup for the rotation. Point number 1 was split even, 11 and 11. Concordia with the initial time. What can they break off this? Mutify setting up on the wing, looking to get in the back line, and honestly, he's actually going to play for point 2 spawns. What damage can he do back here? You're going to keep your eyes off of that because we're switching over to the point. Kuki and Capo, they retake it. They break successfully. And with 40 seconds left, Illini are cracking through this setup. You got Mutify in the back line, uprooting the spawns. And a toss-up on point 1 as CUW does break. But what does it cost? It costs point 2 spawns.
Yeah, and both sets of rotations so far, we've seen Mutify be able to sneak on in. He's definitely the route man for Illini as he's able to hop on in once again and flip those spawns out as his teammates are able to pick up the kills inside the hard point. And it's going to be Kuki once again hopping on in, grabbing some more time. He's going to get these last 15 seconds of scrap time here as well for Illini. And they just continue to run up the score here, up 171 to 86 as we look to head over towards P2.
Mutify, we've seen what he can do. He is 17 and 6, setting up on this power angle inside the 2. On a 5 spree as well, like you said. In the back line, you done got me. Got it. Invictus with a 2K. And Siri, the only one coming up with really anything. 12 and 14 in the set. They're sent back to point 4 spawns. They're going to have to make the trek all the way back to point 2. And the front line just caught dead by Kuki and Mutify, who hold a big crossfire. Finally broken through. Meathead's going to have a toe on. Mutify going for the slide in on a 7 spree, but dropped down low by a nade. CUW, they break. 20 seconds left. Can you get the finished scrap time? It would be big. They'd crack the 100-point marker and more. But now you're looking at point 3. You've flipped the spawns, and Illini, they're going to take this.
I mean, you got to think that able to get streaks at any one of these points, this game would be blown out of the water at this point. They would have such a good chance of being able to close this out. So for the positive side for CUW, they have not given up big streaks yet. They're going to be now pushing over towards this P2 hill, this P3 hill once again underneath the plane. They currently have the top control, so that's exactly what they want right now. They've got Illini spawning in the bottom left. So all they got to do now is just hold on to this spawn, hold on to the time. Meathead up top, going to take some shots, not going to be able to finish out the player. But it's what this is going to cost, though, is they're going to have to keep on pushing in and contesting in this hill because at the moment, Illini has winner's advantage. They can rotate early if they choose.
Big awareness from Invictus to turn around and take down Meathead. At the flank, spawning up at point 2 is going to be Concordia. Mutify going to be paying attention to this, but a split spawn with Siri in point 3, cleaned up by Capo. They have definite control now of the top side of the map. You're going to be looking at Capo with a one-on-one from Yellow 2. Big gunfight. Going to be taking control of that. It's winnable off of point 3 here, Cruz. They're going to look at this rotation for victory. Only less than 30 seconds. Mutify back on a 5-3, cleaned up at that. But this is dangerous waters now for Concordia.
Yeah, and Capo's on the hill right now. Only 20 seconds left to need, and nobody from CUW really in sight to really be able to contest right now. Finally going to get a couple players on in there, and they're going to be able to break on into the hill, but Kuki comes in from behind. Going to be able to pick up one, has to dodge out, reload the 74U, but he's just going to sit in the corner, going to get spotted out. But once again, it looks like at the end of all the trades, Illini going to be standing tall, and with only needing 13 seconds left, it's looking like this game might be closing out shortly.
10 seconds left here. Kuki's on there. The contention. There's a foot on. Want that double peek. Meathead's the first up. He's going to take it. Trades go back and forth. Concordia's on top, but for how long? Capo's here to clean up the garbage. And 6 seconds left to take this. Plenty of time. Just got to win their gunfight series down. 8 seconds on the time bank. They can win it here. 2-1. That's Illini Blue. Checkmates in their bags. 250 to 122.
On check made hard, and 9-0 on hard point in general. They are just a massive team as they continue just to actually run through teams in hard point.
I have to say, it was so stand out to me, Cruz. Look at him in this final kill, just doing it all, locking down one angle, but every angle that's in front of him. Illini Blue, they wanted to start off hot to one of their best maps here, and so they did. They came out, the preheated. I mean, they were set and ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think if you're the side of Concordia University, you got to look maybe into vetoes a little bit, looking and seeing that the side of Illini is 4-0 on that map. Maybe you choose to veto it out, play a different map against them, as they've just looked absolutely so good on that map. But I mean, we got to start looking a little bit forward here. And what they're really going to have to do is they're going to have to be able to pick up this Raid Search and Destroy that we're going to next.
That's a tough hill to climb too. I mean, Ray is such a vintage map for Call of Duty knows how to play it. Well, mostly everybody. I mean, it's been here for 7 years. We talk about it, the suburbs of Black Ops 2. Now you're looking at players like Cap just got highlighted to really run routes and be sneaky through whichever way you're needed, and especially on attack. I mean, a player at that caliber that's able to get where he needs to and with like no time at all. I mean, he's going to be huge in starting these initiations, finding first blood, and getting in behind the enemy for flanks for the retakes on defense. This is just everything's pointing to Illini here. If you're Concordia, this is difficult. I mean, you really have to break down, slow down your tempo, and check your angles, because if that angle is unchecked, Capo is probably going to be there.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I feel like this is a must-win map for Concordia in this game here. And like you were saying, like you pointed out, Capo on the side of Illini, you really got to be looking for Shiri to lead the way for the side of Concordia. He's sitting at right now at 2.2 KD in search, so he's really going to have to continue that up if they want to be able to take this map here. They're sitting at 1-1 right now on raid, but on the side of Illini, they're sitting at 2-2. So both teams have definitely seen their own successes on this map going into it. You got to think, like you were saying, in terms of pacing for the side of Concordia. They got to slow it down, and they really got to play to their pace. Don't let Illini rush you too hard, and don't let them come to you, because if they get to play at their pace, it's just going to be a slugfest from them.
And it definitely looks like Illini want that fast pace. They're a definite Atlanta FaZe-esque type team. You know, they want to just go, go, go. You got like the tiny tears of Abizi and Simp, who just are in your face nonstop. And then Arcity is kind of opting like that Mutify, who's an aggressive AR who just knows where to be at the right times. And you won't even know he's there before he's already behind you shooting at your back. And Illini Blue to set that tempo early to counter out the side of Concordia and make sure that that slow tempo cannot even happen. It's going to be a tough tale for the side of Concordia to hold on to. But if they can control this Search and Destroy and take it back, I mean, there's a reason why Search and Destroy wins tournaments. It's because it's your second match. It's a swing match right there. It'll bring your confidence back. And it's the last match that guarantees you the victory. This goes to a game 5. You have to look at them for a reference on how this series is going.
Yeah, and like we were saying, I feel like this is just an absolute must win in terms of if they win this map, they see a fourth hard point, and if we get to that fourth hard point, both teams are sitting at 1-0 in that hard point. So both teams have had as much success on that one. So it might be a little bit easier for them to be able to pick up a respawn and a hard point on that fourth hard point. So this search and destroy is definitely going to come down to it. They're going to need to be able to pull off something strong here. Looks like CUW are going to be starting off on offense here, and let's see what they decide to do with the bomb. It's gonna be the player. You done got me. You done got the bomb. He's gonna be carrying it towards the B bomb site now, and we'll see what they decide to do with it.
Looks like a quad hit over at the B, but Invictus, Craig 6, and Kookie, that 74U, they already know they're there. And they put them in the grave. Cruzy mid-map takes the gunfight. It's a 2-on-1. Illini Blue, a very big opening to this round. Flawless first round here. Is all off the boat of Invictus. Strike 6, so powerful. I mean, it's not as fast as the XM4, but it packs a punch at that distance. And when you got Kookie working beside you, there's just so much damage to be had.
And I mean, you got to think they did rush out that round once again, so maybe decide to play it a little bit slower. That definitely didn't work out in their favor as they got 4-0 wiped on the scoreboard there. And it looks like Illini Blue deciding to take the bomb towards this A site now. And they're only going to be matched with one player here. It's going to be Cruzy, and he's going to have to bag up all the way. And he's just going to have to wait for reinforcements.
Stun's actually going to check him so they know he's still here. What are you doing in Tiki? I don't even think he knows his head's on. Kookie's going to go for the challenge. He's in Tiki, occupying it. Cruzy, he wants this. He's going to go for the check, but nice overwatch from Invictus. Advantage to Illini. Bomb down for Illini. And very strong post plans. Mutify's going to check that flank. 2 players left. Siri knows bedroom. Has a player there. Meathead's going to find the only kill so far for Concordia. They know his positioning. They even know he's in Tiki. Now all the information to Illini. They clean up that last player. A very, very strong start to the search and destroy.
Yeah,
Illini, they just know.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there. I was just going to say Illini looking like they are trying to make their team, the other team, really respect that A hit there as they had to go over to B on the first offense, which you don't see a lot of teams do. You see definitely a lot more B on this map. So now it's looking like CUW on defense are going to have to spread out the defense a little bit more, maybe put another player over towards A to stop that hit from coming in so easily.
Different attack here, Cruz. 3 to A, mid-map, already out of your books. Mutify gonna beam Meathead in Zed. Now these 3 players stalled before their attack even started. And bedroom, underneath bedroom, and poolside chairs. But still, Yundun got me. He wants this mid-map, Cruz, and he is searching for it. He's hunting Capo on his left, but look at this flank. Kookie's gonna be checked and even wins that gunfight on a Cruzy. No trade. Oh, the trade comes in last second series there. But Invictus through the wall leaves Yadun got me all alone. He's 0-2, make it 0-3. Illini Blue flawless so far. 3-0 start to the search.
Yadun got a 1v3. Not gonna be the case though. You get to see some nice shots coming from Invictus up top here as he shoots Shiri through the wall. I mean, they've come out hot, man. They look really damn good. Very impressive how good they look. They're looking to get in towards this upper half once we head into split 2 and just really continue to try to dominate the game here. Remember, this is the B squad for Illini Blue, and they are coming out with the fire like this. I know, so I can't speak right now. Illini's orange team, they always said the blue team is now their A team, but both teams have been very impressive so far here in the CCL.
In round number 4, evened off the trades. Capo gonna recover the bomb, regroup with your team, look for the A site possibly from bedroom. Number 3, Cruzy is gonna be in the middle of the map watching the cut. Number 4, Siri inside money. What do these submachine guns have to offer? You do have Invictus up in bedroom. Cruzy's gonna spot out the first, play his life. I say that as Capo swings from Garden, evens it up 2-on-2, but the bomb's gonna go down.
Yeah, bomb going down. They're gonna have Invictus up top in the post plant position, and that's a great gunfight to win over Shiri there, leaving Meathead all by himself now. 1 versus 2. Looks like he's gonna opt to swing around and try to make a flank in here onto Invictus, but you got to think after a while of not seeing him, they're gonna decide to turn around and see if they can catch him off guard. But Meathead gonna be running up top. Invictus turns around just in the nick of time, and he's gonna be able to pick up another round win there for Illini Blue as they go 4-0 here.
And you talked about that awareness. Invictus knows the time in their favor, checks his flank, ready for the gunfight, drops low for the kill. And once again, I don't know how many times I can say it, brilliance. And I blue. And you're saying it yourself that this team definitely having parts of the CCL season, not just in their series, but breaking through that top 25 as well. And looking to even push it farther off the back of Concordia. You see, you done got me. Gonna pick up this bomb. 0-4. Looks like a B hit this time, but split with a player occupying mid.
Yeah, and I mean, one thing that we haven't even touched on yet is Capo is yet to fall. We were talking about him before the game started. You brought him up, and he is not disappointing. 5-0 right now, and it looks like CUW met with a brick wall here towards the A site as they are not able to even break on towards the statue, as Invictus is still just up top with the Craig 6, raining down fire. They're going to get to take some shots, but nothing going to come of it yet.
And yeah, Concordia slowed it down. They found first blood, but they're stalled in their spawns practically. Just stuck in art. They got to make something off of this. Meathead, that's a great break. Invictus going to go down, so that Overwatch, that AR that you've had dominating isn't going to be in laundry no more. A 4-on-2. They got to look to drop this bomb. They have to be a little bit more decisive than they are. Meathead absolutely putting the team on your back right now with the second kill in the round. Mutify is going to go down. Capo spotted and dropped Concordia. They find their first.
That's exactly what we've been asking them to do the entire map. Slow, get a pick, play for that pick, and just keep trying to push on towards that site. And Meathead, I mean, can't ask for much more from him in this round, picking up 3 kills and just absolutely putting the team on his back, like you said. They need to come back now, though.
Gotta work off this. Play off of this confidence. You gotta find something out of it. Meathead can't find a 3K every single round. I mean, you have to see some players start to step up. Cruzy and You Done Got Me are 2 players I have my eyes on, both having slow starts here. And You Done Got Me already is going to have a tough job ahead of him.
Yeah, only player over here again towards A. It's going to be Cruzy inside the middle of the map, and it looks like he's going to rotate towards Through and Money and try to come over and help You Done Got Me as he backs up. So they're just going to give up the push and allow the A plant to come in here and play for a retake instead.
And they do have the nades on site. Kookie gonna get out without dropping. Bomb is down a 4-on-4 for this retake. You got 37 seconds to just make magic out of nothing. Kookie gonna have a gunfight on your left. The Overwatch is gonna be paying attention though. They have their eyes on Kookie. He's dropped to 86. Siri with a big gunfight kill towards bedroom. They know this player's here. They have to double challenge him. Coming out of it though, Kookie finds not just one, but the second on the Cruzy as well. 2-on-2. 16 seconds left. Make it a 2-on-1. You done got me. Let's see what you can do here. 7.5 seconds crosses. This isn't your round. Mutify is going to clean it up. That's search and destroy point now in favor of Illini Blue.
Yeah, Illini Blue one off here. I mean, they just had such a good defensive hold there. It's so tough to break when you have all 4 players up and just that post plant position. Watch it from the top of that bedroom. It's almost impossible to really be able to break into that if you don't have a player on the flank. And they really just tried to take those gunfights on head on over and over again, and it just didn't work out in the favor of CUW.
5-1. Concordia, you make this comeback, you blow my mind.
They'd blow both our minds, that's for sure.
A B site looks like that's where their eyes are on. Another slow play, but Capo now sneaking his way on the other side. Invictus winning his gunfight this time, looking for more. Capo just biding his time on the other side of this wall. You know he wants it, but just waiting. Mutify's going to help him out. They're going to go for the challenge. You done got me. Doesn't have anything going for him right now. Meathead either. Mutify's going to take that one. All alone. Lonesome Siri. 4-5. Gonna have to make it 8-5 if he wants to win this round. Has the bomb not in hand. The bomb was dropped by You Done Got Me, so it's going to be NZ. Nobody watching. Not even gonna bat an eye. The XM4 takes it 6-1. Troy, another dominant for Illini Blue.
Yeah, Illini Blue start that finishing off that story the same way they started off with a nice clean 4-0 round where they do not lose a single person. And like they have just been so impressive in this search or in this series. Nice big win in the search and destroy right after a big win in the hard point. So you look towards the control now. It's going to be on checkmate, and we're going back again. And it's just they're going to have to be able to get better top lane control if they want to be able to pull this win off.
And it's something you were saying about that story. I mean, that was Concordia's map to win. I mean, the respawns are just like, you look at Illini and you're like, how can this team drop a respawn? Well, Concordia had no chance in that search either. And you saw it there 6-1. I mean, that just says enough at the arsenal that this Illini blue roster has behind them. And they are well practiced in every game mode. Now, Control, we talk about it often as casters as a swing map. I mean, you win a defense, you win a couple defenses, especially on checkmate, a defensive sided map. I mean, you win those defenses, you get that initial start on the defensive side, and it's just your game mode to take. Now, Concordia, you're really looking at them to do what they did when they did find that one round in search cruise, and that slow the game down. You can't lose too many lives just going head for head against this team, because if you're playing for trade, playing for the one fights, Illini is going to win it all game long. You really have to lock down the angles, play some crossfires, and set up some nice team setups, some nice team strategies, and execute them properly against Illini, because Illini, they're not going to give you free kills. They're going to look for blood, and they're really taking it.
Yeah, I mean, like I always say, good strategy can always beat good skill. The issue is, though, is Illini has fantastic gunfights, and they also have very good strategy so far from at least what we've seen. They looked great in the hard point. They look even better in the search, scarily enough, because they look so good in the hard point. So this one's going to be a tough one. What I'm really looking for from the side of Concordia is they're really going to need to pick every single defense here. If you lose a defense, I feel like you've just lost the checkmate.
I mean, checkmate, a map that quite not too long ago, actually, in the challenger scene, the EU player Madcat mentioned that this is probably one of the base game maps that mostly favors the attacker side. And we're going to see it here. Illini, I know that they're going to have a strong presence on the attack, but what can Concordia do? That is the question. The answer will be seen shortly as we fly on into this lobby. Concordia fighting from the back end. 0-2 right now. And the series life is on the line with this control. They're going to start off with the offense. Capo starting off this defense with a very fast rush to the plane.
Yeah, the one thing I want to see from CUW is I want to see them not make sure that they get put in that spawn trap in the back of the plane or in the back of their offense. That is the worst thing that can happen to you on offense. But they're already starting it off right. They got some top plane control before falling. So it looks like we're going to have a 1v1 now for top plane control. Play number 4 is up top there. But Mutify is already up and in the spawn of CUW. And this is exactly what you don't want to see.
Well, they have to know it. And so you done got me. Checks it, clears him off. It's a good item to be checking off your list. Invictus going to take the gunfight, clears the B site as all the players fall for Concordia. Invictus, eyes on the spawn. Kuki just going to clear him even farther back. Already 2 life advantage. Mutify going to take the front lines of the A site, get traded out, but doing the damage. I mean, if you're on the defensive side, Cruz, you're going to take these 1-for-1 trades all day long.
Absolutely. The side of CUW isn't getting anywhere. They have so much map control for the side of Illini Blue at the moment as they continue to push up. Kuki finally going to fall there. So they're going to get a couple kills, and they're going to try to now push up towards this B site. But once again, you have Capo, who has been definitely the difference maker here for Illini Blue in this series. He's sitting at 3-1 once again in this map, and he is just, I don't know what else to say. He's just been very good today.
8 seconds left. Doesn't even look like it's going to go to the lives. Time is definitely where your worries are at. Capo on a 5 spree now. Make it 6. As he is going to follow on through. Cruzy had no chance in that. Time's going to take down Illini Blue. Very convincing. Round number 1 on this defensive side. And they did exactly what I wanted Concordia to do. Slow it down. I know you saw Mutify go push the spawns early on, but he got cleaned up. And immediately after that's happened, you're like, okay, they're checking it. You know it. I'm just going to be good. Locking down the A site. You're not going to touch it. It's my site.
Absolutely. And I mean, the one we're really going to have to watch out for here now is if you are of Concordia, you need to be able to win your defenses. This is the absolute must. If you can't win your defenses here, it's going to be very tough to win this map, especially now being down 8 lives in the map count, or sorry, in the count towards that final defense, which you want oh so badly on this map. So not only are they going to have to win this defense here, but they're going to have to do it with a significant fashion.
Capo, lane prone, gonna hold control to the plane. Meathead gonna try to take the gunfight, but Capo playing his life. Mutify from spawn beams Siri. As trades, once again, I said it before, is these 1-for-1 trades are gonna favor the defensive team. The nade is gonna bring Invictus down to 28 HP, but he's just sitting in the corner waiting for his team to come by. Doesn't even make it there. Clear cut from CUW, as they are holding strong on this defensive half. Last player, Kuki, underneath the plane, going for control onto B, and maybe even looking for progress. As I say that, You Done Got Me clears him. They send Illini Blue back to the spawn, and Concordia, a very, very convincing start to the defending side.
Now, this is exactly what you want to see. They're up 5 lives already, and now they just want to try to pin Illini Blue in the back of their spawn. They're going to continue to keep going for this spawn trap here. They have players over top of B watching over. It's going to be You Done Got Me sliding on in, able to grab one, throws the nade out, not able to grab the second. As Capo, once again, going to be able to make it out with his life there and start getting this tick up towards A. 34 seconds left on the clock. They're only down 4 lives now, but they're going to have to move fast if Illini Blue wants to be able to pick up this round.
The Siri playing dodgeball there, getting behind them. Just dip, dive, duck, whatever you want to see him do. Capo, halfway to the second tick of progression, wins a big gunfight. This should guarantee, as you have that second player on 2 ticks at A. Honestly, if you're Concordia, I would give up the A site. Hold your lives. Play for the B side of the map. Capo just going to deplete the lives of Concordia and even it up. Now you got streaks in hand as well. Artillery strike. He's not going to use it just yet, but it's in your arsenal if you want to pull it out.
Yeah, and the life count has completely been erased. Only a 1 life lead now for the side of CUW. It's not what you want to see, as the first tick of progress probably going to come through here before they can even get close to the hill. Maybe even the second now, as they're going to 2-stack onto this. Only player that's really going to be close to Siri, and he's in the top of the plane. He's got to make a push through and flank down and in from behind so they can try to get into this hill. Second tick, I'm not sure if it went through yet. It does look like it has now. So Kappa, once again, like you said, has that streak in hand. Might not even have to use it here, as they are so close to being able to pick up this last round.
And Kappa was having such a good series. I mean, he gets cleaned up, but he finds so much progression that if you're a Illini, you're just going to throw yourself at this now. You are down 2 lives, so you might want to slow it down, as it does decap. The artillery strike going to take 2 on and even it up. Big streak usage. Now sends 2 back to the spawn. Gives the opening for the site. Mutify, he's on it. He's going to be getting the takes. You have the players to back it up. You're clearing this so fast. Illini doesn't even get the chance, and they win by capturing the zones for the second. 2-0 for Illini Blue.
Oh man, and this is just not looking good. I feel like that was as good of a start as you could have asked for from CUW, and they weren't able to close out the round there. If they don't give up that B site, you got to think that maybe they have a better shot of, or sorry, if they don't give up the A site, you got to think they have a better shot of winning that round. But unfortunately, gave it up to basically an individual Capo again, and then he makes a great individual play over on B, starts getting the first tick in there, gets the second tick, drops down the streaks to convincingly get the third tick in there as well. Just a great series from Illini Blue, and Capo in particular as well. 15-5. You can't ask for more from somebody.
10 of his kills on the objective. Just playing right up in the face. Doesn't even care. You Done Got Me. Sneaks in behind. Gets burned by Capo. Woo! Cruzy's up next. He does find the kill, but the cavalry is there for Illini. This defense clears those attackers right back to their spawn. Siri makes his way to the A site, but not checking his corner. Mutify gonna walk up and take him down now. Kuki pushed up, has a strong presence here. You Done Got Me. He's gonna find Invictus, but I don't think they know Kuki's gonna be right to their left, so he's gonna swing wide, not even find the kill, but they know he's here. He has to back up. Plays life, drops out of the plane. Gonna find the first. You Done Got Me. Burns on him. Has the help from the team, and the attackers pushing from their spawns has heavy presence now.
This is the best offensive side that we've seen from CUW so far, as they have quite a bit of map control. They're going to have to look to try to push Illini back into the back of their spawn and try to hold them there as they're getting ticks on both A and B. Going to come through very quickly as they have 2 stacks both hills, but both players now going to fall off B. So it's just going to be up to Siri to try to hold on to this A hill by himself. He's going to fall as well. So just as good as it was, Illini Blue going to come back with a great defensive swing of their own, and they're going to be able to pick up all 4 and stop both progressions from coming through.
And when you do have both the progressions coming on either side, that mid-map control is so strong, but Capo breaks it. Now looking to break the B site. Meathead dancing around one-on-one, not going to win it out. B site back to control of Illini. 27 seconds left. 18 lives versus 16. And Capo occupying this site. You done got me, wants the gunfight, but is he ready for the smoke? I don't know. Capo goes for the gunfight, clears him instantly. And the rest of his team follows in suit. Over on the A side of the map, Kookie's there for 2. Meatify wins out on the rest of them. You're down to 11 seconds. And Illini Blue, they're pushing 4 kills. You're not even going to allow them to touch the spawn if you're Meatify. You're taking it to the spawn. Series up next. 1 second passes. Illini Blue, the 3-0 sweep. And not just the series, but the control as well.
I mean, to have 2 6-0 coming into this match, this has just been a stomping. This just absolutely solidified Illini Blue as a top, no question. They came in today at top 23, and I could just imagine that they're going to continue to climb the ranks after this matchup.
You got to talk about how their Illini orange roster isn't something to just bat an eye there. I mean, both of the Illini squads here in the CCL showing what they're made of. And like you said, 2 6-0 teams in the North Central showing and just getting destroyed. I mean, if you're the side of Concordia, that's just not right. I mean, you really got to look at the way you're pulling this into. I mean, Illini Blue had your number and they did not hang up at all.
No, but I mean, if you are the side of Concordia here, what you really got to look for is just to continue to be able to pick off and build off of the wins that you had before. Sure, you lose this match, but what this is it's a great learning opportunity for them. They can go back, watch their VOD review, really try to take away from this match and try to learn what they did wrong so that the next time that they come up against a squad the likes of Illini Blue, they can really just be prepared to try to fight them and put up a better fight, if you will.
Ladies and gentlemen, our first match of the day was a 3-0. Our second match of the day was a 3-0. On paper, you would never have guessed it. But match number 3 for the CCL Bravo stream going to come shortly, and that's going to be Cruz and Spaz and Proper. It's going to be the University of New Mexico versus a monstrous match at that. I can't wait to see this third matchup. It is going to be Cruz and Spaz and Proper once again. I'm going to be signing off. We're going to head to a break, but stay tuned for some more College COD Bravo.